discussion, we have Dr. Jagjit Nanda from Stanford as part of the SLAC. And can you tell us a little bit more about Stanford SLAC and the lithium batteries in the program?
Yes, thank you. So, SLAC is a national laboratory by Department of Energy, and Stanford is running the SLAC National Laboratory on behalf of the Department of Energy. Having said that, SLAC also is very unique because it's also a department or part of Stanford. So in that way, all the educational and research component of Stanford is very integrated, aligned with SLAC, which is the Department of Energy lab. This enables students come to SLAC and learn how to scale up materials, how to learn a national lab environment to do research at a high TRL level. So that's the benefit of Stanford SLAC collaboration. The second benefit is that since we are located in Silicon Valley, the heart of the innovation center here, we are extremely located at a place where we can make the impact in connecting early stage technologies and then scale it up or translate it to real world, also find real world solutions.
Okay, and then what's your role in all of this?
I am the founding executive director of the SLAC Stanford Battery Center. My job is to create capabilities related to translational battery research and create capabilities and integrate it under one roof. So in my center, you'll find faculties and professors from Stanford University across various departments and schools. You'll also find senior and early career academic scientists or research scientists from SLAC working at the laboratory. We'll have early career postdoctoral fellows and students, Stanford students who will be located in the center doing their PhD thesis and work. So this is how we're integrating and learning from each other and also translating the experiences of a student beyond an academic peer laboratory of their PIs and giving them a flavor of a national lab and industry.
No, and I think that's very important. You said that, like, with the collaboration with the students and that effort, I think it's very important for the future as well, right? Because we want to spread this lithium battery, the clean energy to the future. So could you dig a little deeper into that aspect of it? Like, the students are working on this research. How does SLAC plan to, kind of keep this going?
So I think education is a very important part, what Stanford does. But beyond that, all the what industry needs and the requirement of the industry and the skill set is very important for, especially for this country, if we want to really compete and really, we should not be in a catch-up mode. If we want to show our leadership, I think these kind of centers are very useful in making sure that we leapfrog technologies in these areas. So this is more about, okay, in lithium-ion batteries, we probably may not be the best in the world because there is already early development across other countries. But what this center is positioning with the country is how can you leapfrog in new next generation batteries, and how can you be the leaders not only in inventing new technologies but also commercializing it and keeping those domestic manufacturing system in the country. That's a very important.
No, that's amazing. You actually answered my next question. I was going to say, how are you going to keep up with the, other industries who've already started on this? But I think that leadership perspective you brought forward is very important. Last question I wanted to ask you: what inspired you to find this organization, to lead this?
Well, it's a part of whole ecosystem, because when you want to define value, how do you define value? How impactful you are, and you want to impactful at the right time, at the right place, and on the right technologies. So it's a trisection of my own personal interest, that where I would be located so that I can make the maximum impact, so that, as I said, we can make an effect at the right time, at the right place, and at the right technologies.
Thank you. Thank you so much for speaking with us today. This was great.
Thank you.